Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
Now, I want to put this on record. And it's about time I responded to Nyoma Ekoso on the internet.
Yeah, Kuma Kevin. Catch President Kufuor say, "Or you listen to no wheelchair, no person best run until Kevin. I think say you need to apologize to the old boy. My cannibal call. As I said, we apologize to the old boy. Because Anya Shekurano Yare Yemfan Srinipa.
I want to say this, and for years, Maka, a year opinion, your friend, a year ex-president Kufuor, Mumubebria multi social media, Facebook, especially TikTok, and Kwarabibra Mugu TikTok, irresponsible kids are munim what is at stake. Muntieme, no bunko to Name, who have I offended? Why am I anybody? Oh, because I am telling the people the gospel truth. I've said on my platform over and over so many times to say, J.A. Kufuor as a husband, I respect him. J.A. Kufuor as a grandfather, I respect him. J.A. Kufuor as a citizen and a statesman, I respect him. J.A. Kufuor as a leader of a family, I respect him. J.A. Kufuor at his age, I respect him. But I will insist that J.A. Kufuor as a politician is a criminal. And I have never moved away from that statement. J.A. Kufuor as a politician, to me, is a political criminal. And is one of the greatest political criminals at Ghana. Now, mon kwarana muti social media, eka se, sebio Kufuor o ibubueni no, eye mo ena mo ka sa asem na to Kufuor so. If it is a mere kwamiti hei, mimbie manu da o baby anka se Kufuor ibubueni. Kufuor onye disability ni o. Kufuor oti Ghana no, obian command pay say Kufuor is being grouped under people of disability or people with disability. Obian yesa. Iti mo muti social media. Na mama aju say mobe force the Kufuor abeshe. Eye dear friend, people with disability bracket will be very careful. Be very, 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 very careful. Most ankran when people muno. Because you need Kufuor to Ghana. You say your papa Kufuor on the sebio or person nanti ko tu to me sorry nanti or person tenasi or to me sorry tenasi. Sometimes they be feel lazy into on person be sorry. But there's a feel so lazy no to me sorry jina na so chia. It's moi. Modern social media TV so etiti Facebook TikTok. Force person mo create bibi to Ghana for nkwara team say eh ya papa Kufuor ne ho mfa no oyare oyebubuafo ya papa Kufuor nye bubuafo ya papa Kufuor oduru baby a also sorry nanti ma yenyina ehu ebia oduru baby a o feel lazy on person be sorry no on sorry e no kire so oyebubuani inti me ka kire mo nkwara na mo de TikTok na mo pese mo force na mo de Kufuor ekose people with disability ya Kufuor nye bubuani munjai sa akasa no na me ko bedu amtie minjira baby ambie ma no say Kufuor ebubuani. It means very, very careful. Now there's a video circulating on social media, and that video was made in 2024 November. 2026. That video was in 2024. Now Samira Bawumia and Nukunu and they started this jandam. And video na mo say circulating a video edi over 2 years. Sa time na Attäcks Kufuor na MPP for through say we be defending no. Sa eye de Kotimoto Kufuor ono na na president. M1 say and there you people have failed to defend the Kufuor, but you have jumped all the way 25 years back to say obi edi Kufuor tem. Now, me be say munyina mo hwe video no. I will respond. There are so many young people in Ghana, they don't know who Kufuor is. They don't know the damage J.A. Kufuor did to Ghana. The corruption general, Kufuor, the audio Ghana. So, mudina TikTok, amokasa anyhow. But I want to rectify this. Video bia uno system bia a 2024 video, November. Na Kufuor the president. I was reacting to Kufuor to Jimmy. And I'm a Ghana 40 years, sebi, nyome bia efa Kufuor. Inti moi imagine say mo de ɛyɛ deɛ mobɛdi di Kufuor atawa ka sɛ Kufuor ebubu ani no me akɔ deɛ me gyina be bianka so ebubu ani yɛ nyina ahwɛ Kufuor wakɔ event bebree ada opɛ sɛ ɔsɔre no ɔsɔre so opɛ sɛ ɔkyerɛ otumfo nsɛm ogyina ne na so kyerɛ otumfo na watena se and it's a sign of a deɛ sometimes he just lazy to do it but when he really wants to do it he does it. It's me there in my eyes and the wisdom nyame ama me no J.A. Kufuor is not disabled. Now mommy go video no 2024 video we na MPP for some of the jandam me wi na ma kyerɛ who J.A. Kufuor is. Kufuor na nipa bia ma adwene sɛ ɔmo ni message ma ba omianti ɔmo de be sympathetic politics no me ba be kyerɛ mu who Kufuor is ebia mo nkwara bebre mu nim Kufuor. Inti these are things we need to take serious. Now ma me kyerɛ ma de bi now hwɛ ade yɛsɛ ekoto aba hwɛ na na Kufuor do ɔsɛ okubie hwɛ before you go on hwɛ this is the statue no ko hwɛ e be a statue no hwɛ I say a bottom hwɛ be o the statue no ko si statue na nsen a okoyi no aha na o hwɛ na obi te Western region de takra de say be koto am MPP ewurade nyankopon ye ne na o say de ben esurubisa eson ye. This is a Kufuor the statue no hwɛ statue no be esi o de nyabotre ne hwɛ statue no be esi hwɛ statue no hwɛ be esi hwɛ environment no. This is what a Kufuor ekoye no Western region. Na ote Western region oya wasani oya hantani na wa sorry say kwasia we me koto aba hwɛ surrounding aha na the statue be si o or the carpet be say ho nyina and or the cars be 200 efri nkan oto petrol gum or the wusika ebe sinne na na the danko Kufuor the twin fan and santene ade ba ko hwɛ Takra Port John Mahama expansion oye ni nyina and was so abegina painting was say ne dia we Jimmy. These are the people who are campaigning today. Kufuor hu adia o and so say ye ba omi ametoa so Kufuor because ono so ne ba no eye bini dan no obesi ye ne life mu nyina no in the history of his political life. J.A. Kufuor toilet and it's in the so Hepek toilet Kufuor gallon omo bokro no ye nka Kufuor asem oya santini and ubuso ma Kufuor do nya hwe Ghana at 50. A forensic report was done. A commission can say Kufuor ye kromfo. Kodjon pienu mu nyina wie sika Ghana at 50. And the oko eye archives bia unhu Ghana at 51 video mpo. Kufuor kromfo. Kufuor ye kromfo. And so me anka Kufuor asem ye ti krom ha e de na ye hu Kufuor tam Ghana sika 1.5 million dollars 2006. E de kwa brochire konani gold e betu ni kom. Kufuor kromfo otam Ghana gold eno okona ne ye eno ba na odebema ono agasa ne ho award wo Ghana mo se ye ntri Kufuor ho asem da ma ye nka Kufuor asem sansamfu nka Mahama na ye ya kama be me ada okrom ha ene de ye nka ya brebre so waka se tia panyini ye de nwan na gu ye krom nwan na gu ye fie J.A. Kufuor bedi Ghana so wan bedi mponche so wan bedi na busuafo so ye na ne ye hwe no ende ye na ye hwe Kufuor ade na o team na why lazy no person benante no ye na etua ho ka until we have the right to question Kufuor onye yesu oye politician obebo Ghana bro yeah intima mama Kufuor onye say he's untouchable. Who is Kufuor? Can you point to one monumental project Kufuor ya betu ni atom wo Ghana e bini dan kwa? Show me one monumental project. Kufuor na ye and they betumi de ye den ye betumi de ye nsapon say J.A. Kufuor nsa no adwumadi wetima kire mi ni kuro mankasa santimemu okoye emergency ward hospital na esi no e no beto block back wenim eno adam fa ne din to so nipa no ye disappointment nipa no or embarrassment nipa no has shown no will. Say he came to serve, he came to steal. And on Ghana higher campaign on to me can say and a Ghana for Muamon Juma me maye on to me last a interview me Juma maye nina me better when to man a Juma on want to me start to 8 years already. Me see and sa Kita school boys foolish boys don't free Kumasi ko an interview no when to me an can or TV no to say me ye Juma we na me team and free hu Kufuor to man ye Juma bi Ghana and say free hu Kufuor. This is a 2024 video. A show I'm here. And I still stand by it. And nobody in Ghana can tell me say what I said was wrong about Kufuor's leadership and whatever I said. Because so when you go deeper, you understand, say, mumum, and a mupia Kufuor na koni womb. Mumum, because I have seen Kufuor. And what I like about Kufuor is say, Odu two for mo to story nante ekochia ninsem. Wakobe bi bebre was original and that means when he wants to work, he work. Maybe you see it say Kufuor disabled. Into mumum nende mo chi Ghana for bi adwena ko say Kufuor oyebubuafo. Sebio Kufuor the letter bi abre obi woni fie say meyari ni. When was it disclosed nationally? Say Kufuor say meyari ni. Wakachi obi has Kufuor ever come out himself to say I am disabled? Modia motiti TV so ne Facebook mojiminti penyini a otini fie and I'm okay samotono so. Me, I don't see Kufuor as a disabled person. I see Kufuor as sometimes he's lazy to work. That's it. It may be a whole interpretation, no? And I'm will say, well, into mono, when you're very careful the way you speak about Kufuor. Mo na. Makoje $500, $10, $20, no? But this platform, every single thing we say, it is a study video now, an outshare video now. The context was a Kufuor, and I'm Ghana for TSC. The action of Kufuor, and yet now, Mobebre who J.A. Kufuor is. Jirima Kufuor be di no senka any president edimu 1% anka sani pani da jail. The reason why JJ Rawlings never agreed with Attäcks was because he failed to jail Kufuor and Kufuor. The reason why JJ always had issues with Attäcks was because Attäcks, for the first time in the history, me start here me show me didn't win out because if Attäcks had been strong enough, Kufuor me come jail, cause some with them. Anything a nipa bi anya anoke kan kwase asem on social media ne Ghana ho. Said yen menya den mo bottom. Now let me show you who J.A. Kufuor is. Yati krom ha. Mo enkwara no mo ba no beti history kitin bi. Na mo adwene am say ye ne penifo na mo beto ye no ye ka asem a ye nim de ye ka. Ope one of the greatest criminals o medi Ghana so a. And asay Ghana bedun da J.A. Kufuor. Yes, because there are so many things, facts under his leadership. A track clearly said he's not supposed to be a statesman in Ghana. And in Jamaica, I've drawn the line. And Debbie Ameka Kufuor as a husband, as a father, as a grandfather, as a family head, I respect him. But as a politician, Kufuor is a criminal. Yes, or a Kufuor. And nobody can contest that because the facts are clear. As an MPP member, a card-bearing member of the NPP, I will keep my word every single day. And it needs to be recorded in the history of Ghana. Because Kufuor Krono be boy, you know. So President Tibi Bobi Okroma, Anka Ende Ghana ni Kentia. Kufuor is the greatest political criminal in the history of Ghana. The only thing I want the fact, and I'm going to show you a little bit of Kufuor today. Maybe Kufuor, the cunning nature. The lies he told you people, the way he amassed wealth, conflict of interest, nepotism, clear corrupt practices, Kufuor siphoning, making sure our state facilities. So you people, at the end of the day, I am mubi munsi nyansa way and we power. No, but I am say, dear mo yeno. Kufuor because we are about to expose Kufuor. Your uncle be 20 years, 21 years. Omo take Kufuor some almost said the detailing. Nyoma Kufuor ya na dangerous and the politician be ya anka Ghana ebebutu. And so young people in the MPP bebre bonim ena Kufuor be the president 25 years ni. 25 good years ni. Why are we not protecting the Kufuor who just left office? I didn't think I could protect the Kufuor. If you say, no more bonia Kufuor, yeah, no MPP for Sante for the person kataso. Mumu be more bodam. Muntie me. Ana matese mkoko kasakasa. Me say mumu be no more bodam. Mo ba na mo be kan de Kufuor ne boni na e wo krata so no. The facts no. Na maka kire in Chiriman say, Papa way or no and our Ghana form, then we start to move forward. Now, I want them to defend the Kufuor. I don't know if I've been defending Kufuor. I want them to Mudi defend Kufuor. But I don't know if I've been defending Kufuor because Kufuor is a twerp. He's a toy president. That guy is basically a dwarf who does not respect the rule of law. Go and defend the Kufuor. I don't know what Kufuor weja. Because moko baby muji se ni padodo no enim history no. But you see, our job here is to sell the message to the people. Use the fact to let people know. Dream our politicians say dear. It is a majority must say money message. The strategy is more sympathetic vote. Intia more for Kufuor don't count. Today you people are shy to defend the Kufuor don't kwasi afo. Mo Kufuor Benjamin Bre obuya fast because na Facebook ni wo. Obuya fast because na Twitter and effective. Obuya fast because there are no records. Me anka me nyewe but more MPP for them we Jimmy nti na mpesa Ghana for hu nipa Kufuor ye. Na yesenya another person say Kufuor politics man Ghana bebo. And I've said and I'm going to say this again. Kufuor as a husband I respect him. Kufuor as a grandfather I respect him. Kufuor as a family head, I respect him. Kufuor as an Ashanti, I respect him. But Kufuor as a politician is a criminal. He's one of the greatest criminals we have ever had to lead Ghana. And nobody can change my mind on that because the facts are there and clear. 2024 me boso, but ana mumu enkwara bi na munim Ghana political history no. Ana moma nkwasiafo bi on said they made a new bray, a hack of four. You know why? Because Ankanya Moa, Anka Wedi and Kamemeka. Mwajiminti, Modemo Papana, Nensako she binim. Mo MPP for na, Baomianko ane, Samira Jantreno, Messi Mwajiminti, Modemo Papako for Nensako she binim. And that is what you do today. The damage J.A. Kufuor did to Ghana. The nonsense we experienced under Kufuor. The clear-cut manipulation of the system, stealing us daylight robbery, creating opportunities for his cronies to steal from us. That is what I'm talking about. And to Kufuor the Yesu. Adam William say. Now, maybe I'm on Korama Munim Kufuor. My mention the Kufuor kakra. And right now we are going to have the Kufuor episode on this platform. And I'm going to say, Mona mokeka Kufuor ko nadakem because Kufuor no na nkompese sa anwoma we yebeka ka kire nchirima no mo hu se sa na ote ba mo Samira ba omiamma Mahmudu ba omiamma mu na makofa ba me ko I'm a nice guy. I mention history kakra ba Kufuor kro no be boy detailing kakra mumu bebre no asantifo ni bi MPP fo ni monte brofo nti ya kenkan krata na monte ase ende mekan na madwudwam Kevin Taylor me den mo bodam na me betia no oye se obi da hwe me ya de what Kufuor hotel Kufuor Chief Kufuor sole owner of Hotel Kufuor but munim details of Krono Kufuor edisa hotel we bo Ghana hey Munim de Kufuor owo e krom ti se Cuba nke hanging da Kufuor okopre China anke jeli no Kufuor anka North Korea anka mo de ahoma so do kon ye na ye jibi ntini so nkwase asem so Ghana. There are so many people who came to lead us and they are not supposed to be walking on the streets of Ghana. Yes, because of the damage they did. Hey, Mujin say in town ya de chechire man sebio obi anyiri nti odi boni ama me yanka. You are the cause of Ghana's problems. Mon kwarani bino. In the tea and say, I didn't tell you Mon keka we nyina nchirema Ghana fo hu the kind of people you are. The MPP, the kind of people you are. But when you come, and where you will say, and I work internet ka kobe Jimmy Tim, me sure bomoto, no bunko to mo bottom. Now me, who have I offended? Why am I anybody? Oh, because I am telling the people the gospel truth. Now this issue, nipa bebre atia some way, oh, Kufuor hotel, Kufuor utie details the woman na ebetwa wonsunum. Let me show you something. That issue I friend of Hotel Wawa Airport West Hospitality Company Limited Kufuor emma ebieye. Mama show and asman beka chewi. Ebia what Kufuor hotel Kufuor de andien omunka details ncho because omun so mu chire bu ye a Kufuor abubefu. Now in some of the calendar nyina no for president or my never just to put down a you ever said John Mahama. Now you found to tone and can then quasi a form of radio so TV so Facebook and TikTok 88 and come back at your mokana. Let me show you this. Now, establishment of the company Shraj findings. Kufuor ede using a ma area Ghana sika. Esa the state banks sika eto hotel ema no ho. Tie me. Kufuor ema ne mabie companies. Ena in the Shraj report no companies no bie no Kufuor ma mienu. Ena na company no dia. Na dia e wan say Kufuor at the state agencies banks they are buying banks and omuma omudi sika mo omoto e de eto sa hotel no na Kufuor na president. Now the commission found that one AWHCL that is the Airport West Hospitality Company Limited, incorporated in 2002 and was used as the vehicle for the acquisition of the hotel. Sa company near Freno, Airport West Hospitality Company Limited, no 2002, and yet see, and I could find president. Now, sa company no mtia no, and no the fast to sa hotel no. Strategy ben no fast to the hotel no. Now, report wedding or say Chief Kufuor established a company, the Airport West Hospitality Company Limited, as a vehicle for the purchase of the hotel. It's Chief Kufuor or the J.A. Kufuor ba. Oko be a company. And or this company no eto hotel. Nani papa na ye president. How did he raise money? Onya sika wain. Chief Kufuor, how much was he worth? Ne papa be di president year bain 2000s. 2002 no be a company. And or the to hotel. Nani sika wain. The guarantee a chest of tomato hotel the free hina buy. Obaka jam say me and Kufuor ho asem. E wi say me Kufuor e lazy. Inti na nka mabeta na meji mi fanti nti. Me pachaw. Me pa wan chaw. I mention what there. Details na me dem no. Now, Shraj findings. Shraj stated that at the time of investigation, John Kufuor was the sole shareholder. Sa company near Freno, a Airport West Hospitality Company Limited. No, na John Kufuor kwan a shareholder. Sa company kakraka ebeto a hotel worth billions. Na nipa ba ko pe ene dia. One person. J.A. Kufuor ba John Kufuor. Onu kwan ene dia. Now, so signatory and one of the directors. Tie. Now onu kwan signature and a commande sa company no. And at the end of the day, or you're one of the directors. Meaning, nani pa ba kubi kahun, and a momu mienu ye hotel, ba kuya shareholder, and a ba kuya director. Why na director? The sole shareholder, as of the time of investigations, was Chief Kufuor, who was also a sole signatory. The report further stated, Nana Ama Kufuor was the other director. Nana Ama Kufuor is Kufuor's daughter. Chief Kufuor is Kufuor's son. Nana Ama Kufuor Kufuor baba. Chief Kufuor Kufuor babema. Omumie nunkwa ne bie hotel company no. Bema no ena ni signature run company no. Ono na osi ene dia ena ni nua ba oye Kufuor ba eye ne dia director. Two people. But I was at that time no na Chief Kufuor no how much is he worth? Na ni sika ye saying. Ni nua ba no ye director no ono na ni sika ye say Kufuor ma mienu bie company in 2002 on papa be di president na me chiraw Kufuor how diabolic dreamer or these state institutions edi Ghana what was said there ye ka say Kufuor as a politician is a criminal above hwade Shraj for investigations no this is what they came up with. Shraj found that Prudential Bank coordinated financing for the acquisition and completion of the hotel. Kufuor president na neba ni kapre no and a Prudential Bank for and omo ye den omo coordinating financing omo no mo pay sika from sa bank and any other banks and omo de ba Kufuor ba no. Kwan na president na Kufuor and a president. Suddenly or interestingly, banks nyina ebi state banks omo nyina ba together so omo ba Kufuor ba no sika podium na koto hotel. Na Chief Kufuor no ye hwan. Their role no play. Kufuor ba boy no Kufuor Jr. no ye wine. Now, Chief Kufuor applied to Prudential Bank Limited (PBL) to mobilize about $6 million to acquire, complete, and operate the hotel. Chief Kufuor instructed the Prudential Bank, any other bank to say, Omunjiji Sika $6 million. So some na can 2002. Unim sky can was 2002. Unim maybe $6 million. Unim sa sika no unim se die and the cross $6 million. Ubetumi akain. Kufuor ne ba onika pre otumi instructed banks emomutumi put it together $6 million. This is 2002. I mention what there. Make sure who Kufuor is and the part one no. Role of National Investment Bank. You didn't catch a Prudential Bank. Now National Investment Bank also eka and omuji sa sika di free omo. Strike findings. The commission found that NIB, National Investment Bank, participated in the financing the project. NIB so do musika koshemu. Over the president 2 years ago, so 1.5 years. Suddenly, what to me, I'm making sure that banks were will be a company in 2002. Banks were to me raise sika at the amount. NIB, National Investment Bank. National Investment Bank, Meno Bank. They took that money. Almost like a pumping sikama Kufuor ba. Now, report wedding. NIB is reported to have agreed to finance the hotel with an amount of $2.5 million, which includes an equity subscription of $200,000. NIB, a bank nisika $2.5 million. Kufuor ba be a company 2002. Only new bank one company nim. On papa na president. Omotimi ageti state banks, any other banks to give them over $6 million. You think it's a joke? Adeway and ka Mahama Ba and a Mahama Ba president and a be a hotel and a banks a money $60 million. Again, Kevada Kuma. Also Kufuor the angel. Mami Anka Kufuor sem. Now, this is the Shraj report that me really chiro. Me we are na machira say. Mo papa Kufuor onya angel. Mo papa Kufuor onya disabled. Mo papa Kufuor just lazy. And nobody is going to force me to change my words. Because maybe you want to put him in that category of Kufuor disabled. But I want people to know Kufuor, who Kufuor is. About 20 years, Kufuor, Kufuor di Ghana. Now let me show you this. Strategy report on payment to Anthony Saud. I say the commission found that the former owner of the property, Anthony Saud, was paid in installments. Report wedding. Mr. Anthony Saud was paid $3.5 million for the hotel in 2 installments. You can say installment. Omutia $3.5 million. 2 installment. Omutia bako and be $3.5 million. Kufuor bano konyes kanifri. Company will be in 2002. The investment net saying. How much was that company worth to be able to make sure state banks raised $6 million a Kufuor who was buying the hotel? Yet it's Ghana, Yanka Kufuor some. Most of them become Kwasiasam, Monamakofa Wayabau, Yabe Kufuor too. He has no credibility in politics. As a father, I respect him. As a grandfather, I respect him. As an Ashanti elder, I respect. But Kufuor as a politician is a criminal. And that will follow him. Because Nyoma Kufuor no si atani asese o san kenne Kufuor dem. Hey. Mama chama debi. Report specified 2 million on February 27, 2004 and 1.5 million on August 20, 2004. And that's how they paid the money. Right. ECOWAS Regional Investment Bank, the bank some use here, NIB, Prudential Bank, ECOWAS Regional Investment Bank. Omuma loan saying Stride confirmed approval of financial support from ERIB, ECOWAS Regional Investment Bank. Now, the report said further support came from the ERIB with an approval of a loan facility of $1 million on August 17, 2005 for Kufuor Sons Company. Remember, company where I just $6 million. So nipa mi nupe ene yomo dia Kufuor ba bema ene ne baba. O se me anka Kufuor wansem. Enti Me chere mo se Kufuor no anka ni se ko gina bedwom kura kasa. No. Nobody should give Kufuor any space to speak in Ghana politics. Mo betu ehun be hyem me ko mu. Na no be am free ba. Ana mo bodam. Let me show you Kufuor, the damage Kufuor did. Allegation that President Kufuor was the real owner. Investigations from Shraj. And I'm really sure no. Shraj did not find substantial evidence proving that President Kufuor secretly owned the hotel. But listen, although the exact final wording is not fully reproduced in the sources available online, the overall conclusion reported publicly was that, and I quote, the evidence supported ownership by John Kufuor. 2. Not hidden ownership by the president. This is reflected in the headline reporting of the findings. Chief Kufuor, sole owner of the hotel Kufuor. The main aim was for Kufuor to own the company or own the hotel and then making it look like it belongs to his son. So you see, when Shraj did all their report, you will not find Kufuor's name in there. Say, hotel near Kufuor there. But when you go back to check how Chief Kufuor editing nearby, it will be a company. 2002. Omutumi F4C. State institutions, state banks to give them 6 million. Who influenced that? Because Chief Kufuor, they don't have that money. That company was less than 2 years. That company had only 2 directors and 1 signatory. So how were they able to raise that money? It was because Kufuor was president and he influenced that process. Yes. Now, Mamen Show, Shraj conclusion, what did they say? Ownership of the hotel. Shraj conclusion. Shraj concluded that the hotel was legally owned by John Kufuor. That is what Kufuor wanted. Through a company called Airport West Hospitality Company Limited. So that is what Kufuor wanted to establish. Hotel on the media, by Mama Mebano, and I had the ADNIM into 2002. Meti company. Me baba man me baba no kwa ne belidi me dinim enti achi omokra you can't mention my name. That was the master plan. Now, Mr. John Kufuor, the son of President John Ajekum Kufuor, is the sole owner of the property near the president private residence known as Hotel Kufuor. Baby na Kufuor no hotel ni sino. Sa hotel wa no na ene Kufuor private residence na share wall. Do you understand? Sa hotel na and their friend Regency Hotel so dey na right now it is called African Regent Hotel. Sa hotel na almost $6 million those times no. Na ene Kufuor private residence na share wall. J.A. Kufuor president no. Hotel na ne baneto no ene Kufuor efiri na share wall. What are you telling me? Ose Kufuor is corrupt. He's the worst president in the history of Ghana. Yes, me chamo Kufuor no. Mona mo pushi mo de share a bracket bi me fa Kufuor share bracket bi amo. Mona mo se Kufuor disabled. Kufuor is not disabled. It is amo besa mo come asama monka. Mema kwase bi antal Kevin Taylor say and the yare about Kufuor the doctor's report ajero. Kufuor publishing the doctor's report so disabled. Yeah, ka Kufuor dwuma obedi ya obo Ghana kro mo de mo kwase atete Facebook ne TikTok ejimi mo ho. Why na me ya MPP ni ba ekuta card. O say NDC for na menkasa na NDC papa dia. Mo bodam. Mama tell who Kufuor is. Now, overall takeaway from the Shraj findings. What Shraj effectively concluded, the hotel was legally owned by John Kufuor, which is what Kufuor wanted to do from the beginning, because no him say fraudulent. But on why ya to the nembana nebeye. 2. Financing came through banks and institutional loans. 3. The president was not proven to be the hidden owner. And 4. Shraj did not establish criminal corruption against President Kufuor. At that time, who is Shraj to say Kufuor has committed a crime? Because from day one, J.A. Kufuor planned this very well so that the arrow, the direction will not come to him. So you will never say Kufuor, but unimunyansa now was said the beginning. Oma be a company, no, the number of people in the company, how these banks all came together to give them money. Then you will know that the hotel was being purchased by J.A. Kufuor. I don't know one country, but on paper. So we are rational now. You will see Kufuor basically influence the process to buy that hotel because it shared a wall with his private residence. Now, my mentor idea, who Kufuor is. Let me show you. Under J.A. Kufuor, there's something called Mechemu. Nyoma Kufuor, yeah, we're part 1. Mesemu nkonko defend Kufuor, da munja Kufuor, on the Pasco cry. Now, Mamma Chow danger be. And like Kufuor, we see him. You are make sure be under Kufuor. Now, there's something called the Consolidated Report of the Auditor General. I mean, BIM, say document legitimate. Consolidated Report of the Auditor General Special Audit into Operations of District Assemblies for the period 2001 to 2004. Now, here. Transmittal letter is there. Introduction, scope of coverage. Now, share part 2. Cash management, page 6 to 633. Expenditure control, page 34 to 53. Procurement and stores management, page 54 to 68. Contract management, page 69 to 70. Air loans management, 91 105. Statutory matters, 106 to 115. Now, pages now that was part 2. Pages now page 3, page 9, page 14, page 17, page 22, page 26, and page 29. Shadi Esiwo Kufuor under the leadership of Kufuor. Kufuor only any right to speak up about corruption in Ghana. They say he's one of the greatest criminals in Ghana politics. I'm sure there. Where district assembly auditor under Kufuor, yeah, I'm sure. Now, this document, Office of the Auditor General, Ministries, Block O, blah, 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 DSA, Consolidated Report of the Auditor General on Special Audits into the Operations of District Assemblies for the period 2001 to 2004. Now, who read the letter in Yina? Oh, maybe I Säck or read, no. I'm sure I did all. Or say, the report portrays financial management lapses, breaches and internal controls, and departures from the legislative framework, policies and guidelines established for the administration of the district assemblies. These have in no small measure contributed to the irregularities with financial value of more than 237 billion Ghana cedis appearing in this report, which have been included in my annual report to Parliament. Auditor General say, under the leadership of Kufuor from 2001 to 2004, audited district assemblies, because of when Nimraso, nyoma bi a abano ema district assemblies be efumuye ebuso no a car omudwiri gu no na around 237 billion Ghana cedis. Now, who breaking it down now, we the Auditor General no at that time, you'll be shocked under Kufuor. Munim sa nyoma wenti, monye sa Kufuor ba no o Yesu because mu mudu do MPP for Sebia Santifo be mon kenkan. Mo pese mu politi Ghana former Kufuor ba Yesu. Kufuor is not Jesus. He's the worst president in the history of Ghana. Now, I'm sure idea. You see, yanko inside the audit. Honorable Uyumbe show, shadie. Consolidated summary of key findings and recommendations. Cash management, shall you see here under Mopapa Kufuor. 1. Cash management issues involving a total amount of 52.2 billion were noted in various district assemblies as follows. 1. Failure to issue receipts. Under Kufuor, district assemblies did not issue receipts. Sika about 23.6 billion went away. We didn't see it. Under J.A. Kufuor, and remember, me started reading the first page, Okacham say, Omo in Nimra so Parliament Mrao, Ghana Mrao, na under J.A. Kufuor, the district assemblies, they were not following any rule. 2. District disbursement from revenue, 7.32 billion. 3. Misapplication of funds, 6.5 billion. This is 2004. What did Kufuor do? He did nothing because he had set his people at the district assemblies. That is how he was making the money. 4. Missing district assembly common fund, HIPIC funds and transfers. Missing district assembly common fund, HIPIC funds and transfer 3.46 billion. Common fund HIPIC sika kra iraye. Transfers and amfribem na ira. Kwasiafo mo say yeme pa Kufuor chow. The same period na Kufuor Airto Hotel no na you were HIPIC. Where did he get the banks get that money from? But this is the audit. HIPIC sika kra iraye District Assembly Common Fund iraye during transfers. Sa sika ni nyina iraye and Kufuor. How much was missing? 3.46 billion. The report is there. Go and read. Because Kufuor is the greatest criminal in Ghana's political history. Now, kwasiebi to say, Adana, Okasasa. I'm showing you the facts. When coming here, Mona Mosemenye. Number 5. Source deduction by District Assembly Common Fund. 3.4 billion. Every single thing was in billions. This is the Auditor General's report. Now you come to misappropriation of internally generated fund. IGF now, omudi ni nyina no 2.77 billion. They just chop IGF. Internally generated fund now, district assemblies were raised, they were chopping it. Ebimpo ma under Kufuor. Then you tell me, say, Mama Kufuor sem, and then Mr. Kufuor lazy into TB that. Make sure Kufuor no. Now you go to MP's Common Fund, not fully accounted for 1.9 billion. MP's Common Fund, almost a dinina. And don't forget, Kufuor was the ECOWAS chairman there. It owns a hotel, the Mekan one cemetery. Now, ECOWAS bank account, and Kufuor was the ECOWAS chairman. Remember, Revi, don't sit there and say, the American Yana Kufuor, your HIPIC, na osai ECOWAS chairman, and it's in a hotel, no, na neba. Etuminya loan free ECOWAS bank no. Now you go to suppression of value books, 1.6 billion. Unsupported 8 fund disbursement. 8 sika. Yeah, 8. Yeah, that could 8 no. 1.29 billion. Omu Jesus can yadi. 84.
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah, nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.